Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from TM Blast. If you're looking for ways to get more phone calls to your business, Apple Business Connect might be that answer. So, just to set the stage, you have to have a physical address to be verified and put on Apple Maps. So, if you're a service area business only on Google My Business, you can't get verified on Apple Maps. So, I recommend that if you are a service area business only and you're looking for ways to get more phone calls to your business, you should get an office location. It's going to help with your Google My Business rankings, but then you can get on Apple Business Connect. So for one of my clients, they average about 27 phone calls each month in the past 12 months to their business. To put that in perspective, they get about anywhere between 100 and 130 phone calls each month through their Google My Business account. So the way I look at this is that these are net new phone calls that they're getting, because if you're not on Apple Maps as a business, anyone who uses Apple Maps on their phone or their tablet, they're not going to see your business, whether it's a brand search or a non-brand search. So getting on Apple Maps gives you exposure now to users who prefer to use Apple Maps over Google Maps. It's a great way now to get more phone calls to your business. So now that I set the stage over here, I want to talk about how I optimize Apple Maps for my clients. I'm going to share TM Blast as the example, and maybe this might help you guys if you are now on Apple Maps and looking for ways to get more phone calls. So to start, the About section is a ranking factor. What I've noticed is that listing off nearby towns and cities that you service is actually quite critical. So if you are, let's say, an HVAC, or you are a moving company or a locksmith, or even if you're like more of like a brick and mortar, like a dentist, list off the towns and cities that you typically either service or you have patients that come from. It's a great way. It's a ranking signal because it's right in your description. Number two, you want to have photos. So I'm going to actually scroll over here so you can see the photos for my business. What I've noticed is that you need to have photos from the outside of your business location, the inside, and then also photos of the team. So don't use stock photography. Apple actually has a pretty sophisticated review process that photos go through. So make sure they're authentic, show photos of the outside of the business. It's a great way to build trust. Plus, also regularly update your photos too. So again, if you're a mover, I recommend at least on a monthly basis, upload new photos of your team moving. You can add an alt tag to the photos and a caption as well to give users now the idea of kind of what you do. Next, you want to have your hours, make sure that they are accurate to what Google My Business has. It's actually really easy to forget about this, but there's always going to be holidays coming up. So whatever you do in Google My Business, then go into Apple Business Connect and make sure that you mark if you are open or closed on a particular holiday. Because if you don't change that, your rankings is going to drop in Apple Maps because they're not going to be sure if you are open or you're not. Very similar to Google. Next, what you want to do too is have good to know information over here. So for me, I say there's outdoor parking, there's self parking, visitor parking only. This is actually really important. So again, if you're a brick and mortar company, make sure you list off relevant information of what the parking situation will be like, because in Apple Maps, there's actually a way that users can then sort by if there's free parking or there's a parking garage, etc. One more thing too. So again, this is more for my movers and my HVACs out there. There are sections that you can put down that says how your business handles payment. So for me, again, I have the good to know over here. But what I've been doing with my clients is that if they let's say accept Apple Pay or cash or credit card, you want to list that off directly in your Apple Business Connect account. Because again, let's pretend that you need a locksmith and you locked your keys in your car and in your wallet too. All you have is your phone. If you're searching for a locksmith, you can then sort by does the locksmiths near me accept Apple Pay because it's on your phone. So if you include that directly into your good to know, that's a ranking factor. It filters it. If you don't include that, you're not going to be seen for that filtered search. It might seem very, kind of like what's the big deal? Like that's very specific and niche. But think about it. If you're looking for ways to increase more phone calls, you want to get as clear as possible. That's what Apple Maps is really trying to do. They're trying to show the best and most relevant results for users. And it's a little bit different than Google. Photos matter, description matters, but also that good to know section of how you accept payment is going to be quite important too. The way that you can check, by the way, if you are on Apple Business Connect, is search for Apple Maps Beta. Click on the top listen. So again, you don't need a Mac, you don't need an iPhone to see. You want to go there and you want to then search for your business. You want to click on search over here, type in your business name, see what comes up. If your business is not listed here and you have a physical address, you can go to Apple Business Connect and then go through the process to get verified. If you do have a business that is listed there and you don't have access, you can always claim that business where it says down here, manage your business, and you can go walk through and try to get the access. But really, just in summary, as I look back at this, when I think about local SEO for my clients, I'm always thinking about ways to increase phone calls, and Google Maps is obviously the lion's share of the opportunity. But Apple Maps, depending on your industry, can be 5%, 10%, and in this case, maybe even up to 20% for your net new users to get phone calls to your business. So get a physical address, get verified on Apple Maps, add the photos, descriptions, the good to knows, and then see what that does for your business, if that's able to increase phone calls or not. Anyway, thanks guys for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.